Keisha here, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. So what you guys just saw was my feminine care routine of everything that I do whenever I take a shower or get myself ready for the day or unready for the night. I always do the same things and I use the same products and do different techniques to take care of my lady area. Now I wanted to get a little bit more personal with you guys, so I decided to go ahead and do this sit down portion to actually talk to you guys about some personal things that have happened that I was really embarrassed of when it happened. But I'm so excited because not only can I give you guys some good tips so you guys can take different precautions and do different things to ensure that you guys are not just letting bacteria and just all that bad stuff build up and give you guys long-term or lifetime conditions just by not taking care of your area the proper way, using different products, and making sure that you educate yourself. I think that women overall are educated when it comes to vaginal health. However, I think that when things go out of whack, we get too embarrassed to want to talk about it with even our doctors, our friends, our family, because it's just like, what are you doing? People are giving you the side eye, or that's just how we feel. But I told you guys in the beginning of my wash routine video that I found a new product that actually can correct and prevent a lot of those common issues that happen with your lady area. And there's this company by the name of Nutriblast that has this product called Borg Life, and it actually, once you click the link in my description box, you'll be able to go right to it and you'll land yourself with all of their amazing resources and products so that you guys can prevent and cure different things such as yeast infection, odors, dryness. And when I say dryness, I know this is TMI, but this video is going to be TMI to be honest. A lot of people have issues when it comes to sexual intercourse. This product can help that. It can help eliminate that dryness. If you follow the steps as it says on the label, I'll give you guys a little bit more feedback of how to use it. But it also, like I said, odor, dryness, yeast infections, BV, which is an abbreviation for bacterial vaginosis, and just a few other things that happen with our lady areas. But like I said, we're a little bit too afraid. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and dive right into this. So if you guys didn't know, bacteria naturally lives inside of your lady part, and she's thriving, she's doing everything that she's supposed to do if you're A, drinking plenty of water, B, eating plenty of fruits and veggies, exercising, trying not to stress out too much, being very safe when it comes to sexual intercourse. And I also want to add a disclaimer that in no way, shape, or form am I encouraging people to go out and have sexual intercourse or anything of that nature. If you're of age and you're responsible, then that's something you can do. But I'm like I said, I don't want for people to think that I'm telling you guys to go out and do this or partake in this activity if you are not of age. But anyways, if you're being safe throughout sex and just a different plethora of things can make sure that your lady part is thriving. However, once there's too much alkaline, things that can cause your alkaline to get thrown off is A, you're washing with too many scented soaps. I show you guys all the time my Bath and Body Works collection, and I have so many different soaps. There's a lot of different scented soaps out there, and if you're washing with that directly or using a very harsh washcloth, even using really harsh tissue down there and rubbing vigorously or not properly cleaning yourself, using the wrong products, like I said, engaging in sexual intercourse without protection can throw it off, because a guy's sperm can create it can throw off your pH balance of your vagina. Some other things that you can do by throwing off your pH balance: antibiotics. If you're taking antibiotics, and I know every time you get an antibiotic, even if it's for a UTI or something like that, doctor always tells you to finish all of the pills even if you start to feel better. And one of the things that may happen from taking all the pills is you may get a yeast infection from that. Now, one thing I really like about this product, the Nutriblast, is they include some pH test strips. So if you are a little bit nervous or you're wondering like what's going on down there, something feels a little bit off, you can get these pH test strips and you can just take it out, read the instructions of how to take them, and you pretty much can test your pH quality of your lady part. which is perfect for those who are very uncomfortable talking to their friends and their family or even their doctors about things that are going on. Now, if something does not come back or you're not able to read and figure out what's going on, I will always tell you guys to reach out to your doctor and follow up just to make sure all bacteria and all infections are out of your system completely. But they already have this, so you can do this in the comfort of your own home. So I want to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a personal story for myself. So when I started having sexual intercourse, I was obviously an adult, and one thing that I did not know was about how my lady part can get thrown off from having sexual intercourse. And I have a very, very, very sensitive area. I'm sensitive all over. My skin is sensitive, my lady parts are sensitive, everything is sensitive. But one thing I want to reference to is after I lost my virginity, I started to realize like something is like feeling a little bit off, and I'm like, well, maybe this is just what happens when you start having sex. And the days got a little bit more uncomfortable. I noticed that I was having a lot more discharge, and that's another thing that this product can help you with excessive discharge. I noticed I was having a little bit more discharge. I didn't really quite smell an odor, but I noticed my discharge. And you guys know your bodies, like you have to know your body, and my body was just telling me something was off. I was very, very nervous, but my sister works in the medical field, and I have one of my best friends I reached out to, and I just told them, you know, a few of my symptoms and what was going on. And they told me that they thought that I had BV, bacteria vaginosis. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna think the worst about me. This is terrible. But it just got so bad. I thought that if I just kept drinking water, or, you know, I could wash with my sensitive soaps and stuff like that, it would just go away. Wrong. You never want to think that you can just, it can just go away on its own. You need something like this. And this has a applicator for the suppository. So all you have to do is take the pill, put it inside of the applicator, and insert it inside of your lady part area 7 times for 7 days straight, and this will get rid of the bacteria vaginosis, the odor, the excessive discharge, all of that. But like I said, I was so nervous, and I had let it go on for so long, like a little too long, and I ended up having to go to the doctor, and they said I had severe bacteria vaginosis because I waited so long. Luckily, I was able to treat it, but they also told me once I was in the process of treating it that I could potentially get a yeast infection. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is just so much. But like I said, having the knowledge like I'm trying to give you guys now is going to also help you guys in the long run when you guys are sensing stuff. Like I said, the product is going to be listed in the description box below. You want to make sure you click that and educate yourselves and get all the knowledge that you can about your lady area, and do not wait too long. Another thing that I want to note, this is not just something to cure things that may happen, such as the excessive dryness, the odor, the yeast infection, the BV, all of this. I want to be clear with you guys that this product also prevents these things from happening. So one of the times when your pH balance can also get thrown off is after your cycle. So if you start taking this a little bit after your cycle, you can definitely prevent a yeast infection from coming and prevent the itchiness or the sensitivity or just your pH being thrown off and there being too much alkaline inside of your area. So I want to also recommend that we don't want to just wait until it's too late and start trying to do damage control once it's a little too late. We want to also make sure that we're being very, very smart. Like I said, my sexual intercourse experience just scared the living crap out of me, because I started honestly thinking like, you know, did this guy give me an STD? You know, like, what did I do wrong? Like, I did not know what was going on. And for me personally, although more than not, you will receive a yeast infection, or you can have your pH thrown off by not using protection. Like I said, you have to know your body, and I'm very, very sensitive, and we did use protection. However, the protection aggravated me so much, and I was scared. I was like really, really scared. This is a very nerve-wracking activity that's taking place, and there was just so much going on, and my pH balance was just thrown all the way off. Another thing you want to do after sex to prevent these things from happening is you want to make sure you go wash yourself off with a non-scented soap and a white washcloth, and you want to also make sure that you pee after intercourse to get the bacteria out. Even if you're having protective sex or unprotected sex, you just want to make sure, because all of your bacteria is now building up from that sexual experience, and you want to make sure that you flushed it out of your system as soon as you're done. Do not wait until it's too late, because that can also build up and back up in your system. The one and only time that I got a yeast infection in my life was when I was like around 15, 16 years old, and it was because I was taking an antibiotic. And once it happened, like especially when you're younger, if you younger girls are watching this, please talk to your parent or someone you trust, a guardian or a doctor especially, to get some advice. Do not wait until it's too late, because once again, my fear, me being so embarrassed to talk to someone about it, and me not having no knowledge about a yeast infection or anything about it, I've never had one. I started having the cottage-like cheese white texture. If you look it up, you'll see. I know this is a little TMI, but bear with me because this is important information. But that started building up and building up and building up, and it was itchy and it was crazy. And I waited like 5 days too late before I told my mom, and she was like, oh, that's just a yeast infection. Of course you were gonna get this after that. I thought like something was going on with me, you guys. So she took me to the doctor. Once again, it was a severe yeast infection because I waited too long. So you want to make sure you're doing all the proper things. Another thing that this company offers is this VagiSoft cream. Now this is a vulva care and intimate skincare cream, which is perfect, ideal for women who are experiencing dryness, itching, and irritation. Long-lasting, soothing, personal lubricant. So I'm so excited to have this. Now, me personally, I don't really get too many yeast infections. Outside of the first yeast infection I have, I've never gotten a yeast infection again. Now, while I was pregnant, I got so many UTIs. It was crazy. Every time I was going to the doctor, I had another UTI, and it was just because I was carrying twins. And then pregnancy itself, the hormones, it can throw itself off. Anything can go on while you're pregnant. One thing about this, I noticed that when I turned over to the back and I was reading all of the information about it, it says that relieves dryness during pregnancy, menopause, or periods of hormonal changes. So this is something that you can use if you're experiencing dryness, or if you're experiencing the issues after. Because I know a lot of my friends, when I talk to them, my mommy friends, a lot of them had one thing in common: yeast infections throughout pregnancy. I only had the UTIs. I never had to worry about a yeast infection, praise the Lord. But this right here will definitely help ease you and comfort you a lot more in the process of taking your suppository. So while you're taking this, I know it's going to be a little bit more uncomfortable. It's not going to just go away instantly. Like I said, you have to take this for 7 days anyways. And while throughout the process of it should start clearing up, feeling better. On the outside, it may feel itchy. You may have to start scratching or rubbing or doing something vigorously, which I do not recommend. But you can also use their VagiSoft cream, which can help you relieve that itchiness and that dryness, and help you feel a lot better. So just to go over and reference what you guys should do, in case you guys just are like, oh my gosh, this is so much information, what do I do? So if you guys are feeling itchy, dry, you have a foul odor, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk to my mom, I don't want to talk to my friends, I don't know, what I want to do, I feel a little bit nervous. The first thing that you're going to want to do is take the pH strip and test your pH balance. It's going to be, oh shoot, it's upside down. Test your pH balance. This is how it is. It has a cute little chart where it just says, how normal you are to how abnormal you are. Now, depending on where you fall on the normal to abnormal, if you've ever had a yeast infection before, or a dryness or odor and stuff like that, and you know the feeling, you know exactly what's going on, the pH test confirms it for you. You want to go ahead and start your suppository. In the process of taking your suppository for 7 days, you're going to want to use some of your VagiSoft cream to help relieve some of the extra dryness or odor or anything like this. I have talked to a few other people who have tried this out, and they said that it actually does create a wetter environment for your lady area. So if you do, or if you don't rather, produce enough moist and liquid and all the other good stuff that goes on down there, and sex is hard for you because you're very dry. And I know that's not something you want to tell people, because it's not, you just don't want to tell people stuff like that. So instead of going out and getting all those harsh, harmful other things to try to help create that for you, you could use this suppository, and it can help create that for yourself. But this is safe for pregnant mothers, breastfeeding, nursing mothers, all of that. This VagiSoft cream is safe for that. I would not recommend the suppositories for that. I do recommend the VagiSoft cream for that. Now, if you want to also further your research on this product, you can definitely go to Amazon and check it out and read all all of the reviews off of Amazon to see just how many people recommend and love this product. This is very, very safe. There are so many products out there that actually worsen your symptoms. Even if you guys don't want to talk about your own personal experience, reference my video, let them check this out. Go in the description box below because the link will give you guys 20% off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not wait until it's too late to click the link in the description box. Check out this company, buy the products, use that 20% off that you can get for your first order. And I will see you guys in the next video where all of us will be flourishing to our highest capacity. I love you guys so much and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.